Welcome to my channel. Hope you enjoy my content, and let's get right to it. I've never lived in a haunted house, but my mother did as a teen. Writes Reddit.com user Patented Spaycook, recounting a true event. Other houses on her street had strange things going on too. A few homes away from her lived a family. One night, the daughter went to bed with a bad headache. The next day, she was dead. She'd passed away from an aneurysm. After her funeral, the family went away to get their minds off the tragedy, and the father asked my uncle, my mom's brother, to check on their pets. My mom and dad, who were dating at the time, went with him. My mother had heard there was a grand piano, and she wanted to play it. My dad was studying to be a veterinarian. After entering the house, my uncle and my father headed to the basement to see the animals, and my mother went to the piano on the ground floor. She was playing it when she felt something brush her ankles. She thought a cat must have left the basement and walked past her. She kept playing, and then she felt it again. She looked under the piano and saw nothing. When she started again, she felt hands clasp her legs tightly. She dashed to the basement door, called my uncle and father, and waited for them. Back outside, my uncle could tell my mom was rattled and asked what was wrong. She told him what had happened, and he turned white. He told her the daughter, who had died, used to play a game with her father. When he played the piano, she'd crawl underneath, grab his ankles, and push his feet up and down on the pedals. If that experience sounds thrilling to you, you might like exploring what paranormal experts say are the most haunted places in America.
Story 2.
After my parents divorced when I was a teenager, I lived with my mother. I experienced lots of paranormal happenings. Several times when I was reading in my bed, the room would start to feel really icy. Next, it would feel as if somebody that hated me was staring at me. When I got that feeling, I would leave the room and come back an hour later. Sometimes during the day, I would see a shadow figure sneaking along my bedroom walls. Something in the flat was pretending to be my dog. I went into my room and heard a deep growl from under the bed. My dog wasn't capable of making a noise that deep. It sounded like either a really big dog or a man doing his best dog impersonation. Other times, my dog would whimper and pace in the room next to mine, but wouldn't come when called, as if he was afraid of something in the hallway. When I moved in with my father, the paranormal activity stopped.
Story 3.
This happened when I was an 11-year-old girl, living in a third world country or a town when reports of missing kids were common. That Monday morning, I was walking to my school, which was 3 blocks away from home alone, when two male adults dressed in suits, one of them with silver hair, stopped and tried to chat with me. I felt terrible in my gut, and the hairs of my neck stood up. For the first time ever, all my body felt really weird. It was like it was telling me, run the fastest you can. They talked about being part of a model agency, and they forced me to pose for them in my school uniform. They took pictures of me without my consent with a camera. Suddenly, a lady appeared behind me and pretended to know me. She took me by the hand and left me in the school. It turned out that the lady was the aunt of one of my classmates, and she had a bad feeling about these 2 people. She also said that I should change my route, or ask my parents to drop me at school, at least for that week. 2 girls from my school disappeared that week and were never found. Remember to always stay safe, and always keep an eye out for each other. This episode is coming to a wrap. Hope you enjoyed, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you.